Hello, I'm Dr. Sanjay Panicker. I founded Amrita Homeopathy in 1997 in a small town in Tanur. Later, we expanded to 2 clinics in Korumangala and Marathali. We specialize in hair and skin problems, respiratory problems, pediatrics, allergies, and infertility. The weight of a person is decided by 4 major elements in the body: the water mass, the muscle mass, the bone mass, and the fat in the body. So it is easy to reduce fat and the water which is stored up in the body. The bone mass cannot be reduced. The muscle mass is a healthy mass, so that reducing that would not be ideal. So it is possible for a person to reduce weight based on the fat which is deposited in the body and based on the water which is excess in the body. Very often people notice that towards evening or towards morning they develop some edema, that is some swelling of the hands or the feet or the face, which indicates that the water accumulation in the body is of the higher level. So that's why water loss for these people will be essential, which helps in the weight reduction. For that, a lot of correction in their body functions have to happen. Very often patients with thyroid problems do complain of this water retention issues. Patients with kidney problems also do complain of water retention issues. Patients with cardiac issues also complain of the same problem. So correction of the health is very important and plays a major role in reducing the weight. So don't be over enthusiastic about reducing weight and go on a crash diet. Suddenly cutting down on a lot of food would actually make you to lose hair and make your skin to age faster. So you tend to look more shriveled and aged up when you go on a sudden crash diet. And it's not good for the body anyways. Ideally, to lose weight, the simplest method is cut down on the food that you are eating in quantity. Suppose you eat 5 idlis, make it 3 idlis or 4 idlis. Suppose you eat 6 dosas, make it 3 dosas. Don't cut down on all the foods suddenly, the body cannot adapt to it. Very often people totally shift entirely from rice to millets because they want to cut down on the weight. Totally switching over can be a shock for the body, a biological shock, where suddenly your nutrients, whatever you are getting, the carbohydrates which the body was getting, is suddenly not there. So you cut down on the quantity. Don't take the body through a sudden biological shock. Slowly reduce the quantity, whatever you are taking. Over a period of time, you can switch over slowly from rice to millets by adding one-time meal with millets and the rest of the time with rice. So suddenly if you cut down and switch over, then the body will not adapt to it. Making one time of your diet as salads, especially at night, would be a very good way to help you to reduce weight. For people with thyroid problems, please be careful not to include soya, cauliflower, cabbage and broccoli in your diet. Processed food, ready to eat kind of food, refined sugars are not good for people with thyroid problems. So making your salads at night, for people with thyroid issues, they must be cautious. For people with diabetes, it is important to know that the carbohydrates that you're consuming is what is going to add up to your sugar, and hence it is important to slowly switch over to a diet which is low in carbs. That will generally help you to regulate your weight. Exercise is the very and the most important thing for anybody who wants to reduce that weight. Again, if you sleep on time, eat your food on time, that also helps you to cut down on weight. For people who skip their breakfast, for people who don't eat their food on time, putting on the belly fat is a most major side effect or major drawback that they notice over a period of time. Very often people don't realize why they develop the belly suddenly. It is basically because of lack of sleep or that you have been postponing your meals and not eating your food on time. So regulating this, including a little bit of yoga in your diet, knowing what to eat and what not to eat. Foods like garcinia cambogia is useful in reducing weight. Again, you have phytolacca berries, which is very useful to reduce weight. Homeopathic medicines are prepared out of these kind of substances which help people to reduce weight. For people with thyroid problem, fucus is very useful to reduce weight. These are some basic tips which you can use in your day-to-day practice, but don't be over enthusiastic to reduce weight and cut down totally on your diet. Exercise, have a moderate diet, have a heavy breakfast, moderate lunch and a light dinner. This is the basic simple rule if you have to reduce weight.